Welcome into the Brookes Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, follow us on all social media at the Brookes Bench, and join our Discord link in the description. Now, you guys are here for the ACC Preview. We've already done the Big 12 and the Big 10, so go check those out if you haven't already. Today, the ACC will cover the AP ranked teams in the ACC, any teams receiving votes, and then we'll go over the preseason ACC awards. All right, Meg, let's get started. So, just a refresher, all the teams in the ACC are NC State, Notre Dame, Duke, Florida State, North Carolina, Louisville, Cal, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Virginia, Stanford, Boston College, Clemson, Syracuse, Pitt, Miami, SMU, and Wake Forest. The teams ranked in the ACC are Duke, NC State, UNC, Notre Dame, and Louisville. Okay, so we'll start off with the lowest ranked team in the AP poll, number 20, Louisville. They're going to be returning Tajiana Roberts, Amara Berry, McKinley Randolph. Obviously, they lose a good chunk of their team from last season. Olivia Cochran, Nyla Harris, who transferred to UNC, Messiah Russell, Jada Curry, Azalea Arenas, who transferred out, and then Jalea Williams. Um, Not crazy numbers besides Jada Curry, but still, I mean, players we saw throughout the season
Mhm.
help out Louisville. Incoming transfers, they have Laura Ziegler from St. Joseph's and then Raina Scott from Oklahoma. Two pretty good pickups. Ziegler had averaged 17.5 points, 10 rebounds from St. Joseph's. Raina Scott, not as impactful at Oklahoma, but still a good name. She only had averaged 4.8 points last season. Um, Nothing crazy freshman wise.
Mhm.
But I mean, what are your thoughts on Louisville? I believe last season they weren't even ranked in the preseason poll, and then they kind of showed out. We had said they were a younger team last season, so
Mhm.
those guards, well, I know Arenas left, but those players now in their second season, more experience. What are your thoughts about Louisville?
I think that they need to find who their scorer is going to be, their go-to. I mean, Roberts is there, but they're going to need some help. I know Randolph, Berry, they got a lot more playing time towards the end, and they were able to grow there.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be good. I think they're up and coming. But I think that where they struggled was on the offensive end.
hmm I love the Ziegler transfer, just
Hmm.
because you lose Cochran, who I mean we talked about. We didn't really like Cochran last season. She didn't do like anything crazy, but just a presence in the paint.
Yeah.
So bringing someone in that could be that scorer. I mean, I
Hmm.
know at St. Joseph's a little different, but she averaged 17.5 points a game and 10 rebounds a game. Louisville can definitely use that, and then get more guard depth with Raina Scott.
Hmm.
We really liked Tajiana Roberts last season. I feel like she put on a show. And then Randolph up and coming. I feel like she's
Yeah.
gonna be, this is her, this could be a next step up from last season.
I
Um,
think it's gonna hurt them that Nyla Harris left and went to North
yeah.
Carolina because I felt like she was getting good
hmm
there.
Yeah.
And so to see her leave, I think it's gonna hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, and you
Um,
lose, Jada Curry as well, one of your primary
yeah.
scorers,
And
especially from
leadership,
three. Yeah.
the older girl. So yeah.
Exactly. I mean, Louisville always finds their way in the AP top 25 somehow, though, every single year.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to be surprised if they stick around. Um,
Yeah.
I
They
like
have
their
a good
coach.
coach. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff is good.
yeah. Preseason, they'll play UConn, Kentucky, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Gauntlet, Jesus. That's going to be. I mean, but we had talked about it last episode is like the tougher, your games before conference are. I mean, the more battle tested you are for conference play and even March Madness. So I like a tough, early season schedule.
Hmm.
Let's get into Notre Dame, ranked number 15 in the AP preseason poll. Returners, Hannah Hidalgo, Prosper Bransford. Departures, sheesh, we're going to get into it. Sonia Citron, Olivia Miles, Maddie Westbelt, Kate Goval, Liatu King, Kylie Watson. Meg,
Yeah.
Meg. Are we concerned for Notre Dame?
I am, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of big names, let's say, to
Yeah.
leave. Of course, Sonia graduated. Olivia Miles, whew, like, I think everyone was looking forward to see the duel, but I think everyone felt that something wasn't quite right. They just weren't. I mean, it's two stars, right? It's hard. It's
Mhm.
hard to make two stars on a team work when they both want the ball in the hand, especially down the line, things like that. But yeah, that's big. And then I'm worried about their inside game. Who's going to be able
Yes.
to, like, to lose? Westbell, Koval went
Hmm.
to LSU.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's big. I think they might be weak inside.
Hmm. I agree with you. I'm very concerned for Notre Dame. Obviously, they have Hannah Hidalgo. I mean, but
Yeah,
can she carry this team with, I mean, who's their next star up? I mean, Bransford was, I know she got hurt or she started injured in the beginning of the year, one of those. And there was high hopes for her, but I think you're right. I mean, they lose Westbelt, Koval, King, even Watson. I
hmm
mean, we'll see if Prosper can step up in those roles. But I know she got in like foul trouble when we were trying to see her be a, contributor in this lineup. So,
hmm
it's going to be a different look at Notre Dame. We've been so used to Citron Miles Westbell for so long. Let's see how Hannah Hidalgo carries Notre Dame. It's going to be very interesting.
yeah.
I'm very torn. I think this is why they're ranked number 15 this season. Obviously, they get De Jesus from Duke and then Radigan from Loyola, Maryland.
They have
But,
Ayanna Moore from
oh, yeah,
Vanderbilt as well.
Anna Moore, you're right.
hmm
So key contributors.
Yeah.
But,
That's
like you
that's some
said,
defensive power there. I think Ayana Moore will help offensively. I think De Jesus, maybe coming in more as a defensive player. We know the players at Duke got it done on that end of the floor.
mhm.
So I know that will be helpful. But yeah, they're still not the strongest inside. Their guard game, I think, is going to be fine, but it's their big game that I'm like, it's going to be
Yeah,
tough against these other teams that got big. So,
I agree with you. I mean, the ACC is a tough conference too, so it's
hmm
kind of like I'm really curious. I feel like this is a good chapter for Hannah Hidalgo's career.
hmm
Seeing how you lose all these stars. Everyone's already been like, "Wow, Notre Dame lost all these stars. Olivia Miles left. How can Hannah Hidalgo carry this team?" We know she can show up. I mean, she averaged
hmm
23 points a game last season. We know she. I mean, how many steals did she average last season too? Like, she's crazy two-way player. But how
hmm
can she lead this team with not a lot of on paper stars, right?
hmm
Um, so curious for Notre Dame. No, not a lot of high hopes as I did last season for them.
hmm
So, um, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Preseason games or their games before conference. USC, Michigan, Ole Miss. I like it. Obviously with the USC one, it's kind of like you picture you make those schedules when Juju's healthy. I mean, was
Yeah.
supposed to be healthy, right? So it's kind of like okay, we'll see how USC shakes out. But Michigan, Ole Miss, Ole Miss just a defensive team. Um, we haven't talked about Ole Miss this season, huh? Can't wait to talk about them.
hmm
Did we talk? We haven't yet, huh? Oh,
No,
that's
not
gonna be
yet.
fun. That's gonna be fun.
hmm
Okay, over to North Carolina, ranked number 11 in the AP preseason poll. Returners, Navarre, Kelly, and Thomas. Departures, obviously Alyssa Utsby. Transfers in, Aaron Solo from UCLA, Nyla Harris from Louisville, and then they have Nyla Brooks, their freshman, coming in as well. Brooke, this is more of a Brooke UNC. She just loves UNC. She'll rant and rave about UNC all the time. I'm always not as high on UNC as I don't know about you, Meg, but I know Brooke's always high on UNC. I mean, what are your opinions on UNC this season?
It's just a different style of basketball. I feel like we say it all the time when we watch them play. It's just so slow. And then if you get that UNC Duke game, it's just like wow, it's like watching paint
Painful.
dry. But
Painful.
and
Yeah.
not to knock it because
No,
both,
it's
I mean,
yeah.
both teams are good. And North Carolina, I mean, North Carolina and Duke, they've been ranked for so long for a reason. They
Mm-hmm.
have talented players. It's just that, they take care of the ball as far as like controlling possessions. And
Mm-hmm.
so it makes it slower. They're not super aggressive offensively, looking for quick shots and stuff. They really run through their sets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, they lose a big name. Utsby was a big player for them. I think she
Mm-hmm.
just was a great leader. Really got them under control. If things weren't going their way, she was the
Mm-hmm.
one to kind of change that momentum. So it'll be interesting who can fill that role for them.
Yeah. I do like their transfers though. I mean, Nyla
Hmm.
Harris, we just talked about her from Louisville, and then Erin Solo. I liked her at UCLA. I know she didn't get that much playing time, but when she did, I
Hmm.
feel like she was pretty impactful. So I'm curious to see how she thrives at UNC. Obviously, like you said, they lose a leader in Utsby, but I mean, UNC
Yeah.
always finds a way to get things done. We love their guard play. Renee Kelly and India Navarre, two
Hmm.
scrappy guards in my opinion. Um, but curious, yeah, no Utsby. We watched Utsby for so long. I mean,
Hmm.
all these rosters are changing. I feel like we followed them for since their freshman year till now, and now
Yeah.
they're gone. It's like a totally different look. You're adjusting to see how the new players coming in are gonna make a team. So I'm curious to see how that works out. I mean, are you this high? I mean, ranked, number 11 UNC in the preseason poll. Like, is that fair? Is that too high? Like, what do you think of that though?
I mean, they've always been a school that's able to recruit and bring in great players. And I think they have some young players on their roster. A couple players were not really, they got a freshman from Brazil, so a freshman from Russia. So it's kind of they're brought in some players that we're not really familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be kind of one of those teams where we just got to see what they can do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Nyla's from Maryland though, so I know she's going to show out.
No, Jesus. Okay. Um, UNC will play South Carolina in an exhibition game coming up in the next couple days, and then they'll play UCLA and Texas. Great,
Mhm.
great matchups. I mean, what was that, top five? What is Texas rank? Like that's top five. So I like it. Like I
Mhm.
said, I love a tough schedule. Over to number nine, NC State, returning Zoe Brooks, Zam Jones, Tilda Triger. Departures, the duo, Sanaya Rivers, Isaiah James, and then Madison Hayes.
Mhm.
Tough, but they land Camille Pierre. And let's talk about for that a second. Remember, Camille Pierre was rumored to be in the going transporter.
Mhm.
Nope, come out with a statement. I'm staying at Vanderbilt. Nope, psych, I'm out. Weird
Mhm.
series of events, but lands at NC State, which I think is great because
Mhm.
you're losing your top two scorers. And now Camille Pierre can come in alongside Zoe Brooks and be like, all
Mhm.
right, let's get some things done. Um, and then they get Kaden Samuel from UConn. She didn't do much at UConn, but still a name to mention. I know there's high hopes for Triger as well, another big. Um, but what are your thoughts about NC State?
I think that was the biggest sign,
Great signing.
like
Or
because
transfer. Yeah.
we all looked at this team like, okay, Zoe Brooks, she's gonna be doing a lot,
Yeah.
right? She's gonna do a lot.
Hmm.
Zam, we saw some good things from freshmen, so
Yeah.
now being in her sophomore year, I think we'll be able to expect a little bit more. We saw down the stretch they got her some good minutes,
Hmm.
but like you said, three big names to fill in this role, and we already seen Zoe blossom like the last 2 years.
Hmm.
She's been taking off and making a name for herself.
Hmm.
So now to pair that up with Camille, it's going to be a dynamic duo.
Yeah. You lose a dynamic duo and you gain a dynamic duo. I think
Yeah.
this Pierre signing is really going to help NC State. And like you said, Zam Jones, I feel like we saw some freshman errors last season. They really wanted to get her
Hmm.
playing time, but there were certain things that she was kind of messing up on. And it's her sophomore season. You can only
Hmm.
go up from here and grow. Maybe right alongside Zoe Brooks.
Hmm.
And I think this is going to be a solid team. I know they lose. I mean, just phenomenal players.
Hmm.
Um, but without this Pierre signing, I think they're lower in the AP preseason. I keep saying signing, like we're in the W. Transfer. Jeez Louise. Um, so I'm very curious about that. Um, and they have a tough beginning schedule: Maryland, Tennessee, USC, TCU, Oklahoma. So a lot of preparation and just being able to gel. I think NC State can do some big things though. I mean, we
Hmm.
saw Zoe Brooks, I think, kind of break out last season and just especially okay, averaging 14 points alongside Sanaya and Isaiah,
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. Without them, I mean, sky's
I
the
mean,
limit.
we saw down the stretch in some of those games, like the ball was going to her. So
It's
I
just
think
tough,
that
yeah.
I think they prepared her to be able to transition into this role very well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then adding Camille to have that
Woo!
post
Yeah.
presence, it's going to be great for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. NC State's gonna be fun. NC State always happens to be fun every single season. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They're just fun.
They're also that one team where all the players look like they can just play freely. Like,
Yeah.
they just play their game. It's fun to watch, you're right.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, over to the last ranked ACC team, number 7 Duke, returning Ashton Jackson, T. Mayer, Delaney Thomas, Jordan Wood. Big departure in Alucia Konawa and Reagan Richardson, which is tough. I'm
Hmm.
still shocked Konawa transferred. I don't know why. Maybe because she was coming off the bench. But I mean, she was just so impactful. And I feel like you wait one more year and you're a starter. So I'm kind of
Hmm.
curious. I don't know what you guys think out there. If any other rumors you guys heard of why she left. I mean, obviously Maryland was a great transfer. I mean, you could say that, right, Megan? But
Of course.
um, obviously losing Richardson was big for Duke as well. But the returners still studs, right? And I mean Duke always finds a way, especially on the defensive end. Scrappy, just a scrappy team that's always going to keep themselves in games. And then they also have Emily Skinner, a freshman, coming in as well. Duke. I love for some reason I'm always gravitated towards Duke. I just love them. I think I just love their scrappiness of play. What are your with losing Okonowa, losing Richardson? I forgot. They're also returning Fournier. My bad.
Yeah,
Duh.
yeah, yeah.
Um, what are your thoughts for Duke?
I honestly don't think I think they're still going to be just as great as last year. The only thing that is changing for them is that spark. And I feel like
Yeah.
they lost that to Maryland. Haha. But I think she left because she wasn't getting enough, right? I think that if you gave her more minutes, gave her more opportunity, she could do even more.
Hmm.
But instead, they kind of had her coming off the bench, which brought a lot of momentum and changed the way games were a lot of times. But down the stretch, you saw her starting in some games because she needs to be on the floor,
Hmm.
right? She rebounded for them. She got hustle plays for them. She made big time, like getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, knocking down free throws for them. So
Yeah.
that's a big loss. But other than that, they're bringing back the almost exact same Duke team. So
Hmm.
I don't think that they're going to miss a beat too much, but I just think that they need someone that's going to bring that energy.
Hmm. Hmm. I agree with you. Can't wait to see Toby in her second season. I feel like
Yep.
we saw a glimpse
She's
of
only going to
how
get better.
great
Yeah.
she's gonna be, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I'm very excited for that for Duke. Um, but yeah, I am still bummed about Okonowa leaving.
Hmm.
Because I feel like this season with Okonowa on the roster, whew,
They could have been good, but it's I think it's dynamics. It's just the
yep.
fact that she probably thought she could be utilized more,
Yeah.
and she must have not seen that opportunity there in Duke, and Maryland's going to give it to her.
And I mean, technically, what? She's behind Jackson and Mare. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't want to do that another season. And
Hmm.
then Maryland loses Sellers. So it's like, okay,
Hmm.
I see an opportunity more for at Maryland. So
Hmm.
I understand. I get it. Duke is going to be playing Baylor, South Carolina, and then either Texas or UCLA in that Las Vegas tournament, and then LSU. Woo! I can't wait to watch those games. Um, I do have one more question for Duke. I know Ashton Jackson primary scorer for Duke, but do you think Fournier they go through more Fournier? Like who's going to be that primary scorer this season?
I think it's still going to be Jackson.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the Duke is known to run their plays, their sets, so she's definitely going to have to do that inside outside thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just hope they can come out and be a little more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Donovan, though, I think is gonna maybe be that energy spark.
Okay.
Because she's scrappy, she gets in there, but she just has to stay out of foul trouble.
Oh dang, I forgot to mention her as a returner too.
Oh, we didn't?
Did
Oh
I
yeah,
mention
yeah.
her?
No,
Maybe
I
I
don't know.
didn't. Okay.
But
Thanks
yeah,
for
she's coming back.
yeah. My bad, guys. Thanks for reminding me, Megan. Okay, and then Florida State is actually receiving votes in the AP poll. Obviously, the big name they lose to Nia Latson, Michaela Timpson, and Gordon. Are you guys kidding
The
me?
the whole team.
That's crazy. Yeah, Florida's gonna be hurting. They return Bowles and Treadwell. They get Ali Quebec. Man, you guys lost Quebec. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Emma Reich, and then Amaya Bonner and Jasmine Shavers. Florida State. Another team I think Brooks very high on all the time. I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know the path. Megan, what's the path for Florida?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a different team for sure. So, I don't know who their go-to players will be. Um, but
This is rough.
yeah, it'll be
The
different.
reason it's rough is because they played so much through Tanaya Latson, Michaela
Yeah, so
Timpson,
much.
and Gordon that you're like, okay, what else? Who else is going to step up? And it's
Yeah,
just like that's the concern. Obviously, Tanaya Latson led what the D1 in scoring last season. So we all know how impactful losing that is to a team. So it's like, how do you fill those shoes? And I don't think they have the answer for that.
yeah,
Um, they some good solid transfers, but nothing like,
yeah,
oh, like, gonna average 25 points a game. And
yeah,
we were high on Timpson. Really liked her play last season. So you lose that. Gordon's obviously a good guard. So I don't know. I mean, Florida State receiving votes I think is shocking per se. But another team that finds their way. I mean, they struggled even last season finding their way into the top 25, and that was with Tanaya I mean, with
hmm.
these good players. So I don't
Well,
know.
the biggest thing is that, even with Latson, they were losing certain games, and it's just
Yeah.
like, how do you get
Yes.
over the hump even without her? So, um, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't know that they'll be ranked this year.
Definitely. They'll play UConn. Ooh, in one of their preseason matchups. Any other team in the ACC, Meg, that you want to mention as a team that could potentially make some noise?
I
I'm
mean, Cal shocked us all last year,
They lost their best
but
scorer
yeah,
though, so
they did. But yeah, I don't know. We'll
maybe
see.
Virginia, Kamara. They still
Yeah.
have what's her name, Kamara Johnson.
Hmm.
She's a bucket over there, but still hasn't done enough to get him over the hump. I think ACC's more straightforward this season than last season. I feel last season we're like, oh, who's gonna win the ACC? It's so
Hmm.
tough, right? To the end this season. It might be Duke's conference to lose. Would you say that?
Um,
I think it is. I
yeah,
mean,
with them coming
it's
back with
Duke's
the
conference.
experience and stuff, yeah. Yeah,
NC
you're
State
right.
might be surprising, but yeah, Duke's conference to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head over to the preseason awards. Preseason Player of the Year, Hannah Hidalgo. All ACC team, Hannah Hidalgo, Zoe Brooks, Kamora Johnson, Toby Fournier, Ashlyn Jackson, Tajana Roberts, Camille Pierre, Renai Kelly, Nunu Nagara, and Laura Ziegler. Any additions or anyone that you think may sneak into this all ACC team?
No, I think they have it about right.
Who's from Duke? Fournier Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Louisville, Tajana Roberts, okay. Camille Pierre. Yeah. Nunu. Oh yeah, Nunu Agara from Stanford.
Mhm.
I don't know if Stanford has enough though to make some noise. That's a Brooke question for that one. Um, you know who I want to put on there? If because there's oh no, never mind. Wrong team. I was thinking of someone else.
Wait,
Uh
is Nunu still there at Stanford?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. She
she's a
was young.
junior.
Yeah, she was young last
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Um, and then I know people had high hopes for Triger. Was she on here? No. Could be a name to watch. Prediction of
I think she'll be affected though with Camille being there.
okay,
Don't you
maybe that's
think?
fine. Yeah, I mean, you could play a
Yeah,
tandem. Who knows?
yeah.
Over to predicted order of finish. We had Duke taking the ACC, NC State coming in second, North Carolina in third, Louisville in fourth, Notre Dame in fifth, Stanford in sixth, Virginia in seventh. The, Notre Dame in fifth is crazy to me. but I'm not shocked.
Uh-huh.
I know we just said Duke. I mean, I think Duke's going to take the ACC. Do you agree, Duke? Or did you have another contender for the ACC
Um, I think, like you said, Duke, it's theirs to lose.
to lose? Yeah.
But I will say I don't think Notre Dame's going to finish five. I think they're still top three. I mean, Hannah Hidalgo
Really?
herself is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively and offensively, she's going to be hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I would still put them at least three.
Wow. I don't know if I have Notre Dame that high. Personally, I think UNC's a little high. Um, yeah, I would say maybe Notre Dame over Louisville. But I mean, Notre Dame loses so many key players.
Yeah.
That's rough. And I'm sure Brooks hoping Stanford squeezes in that top five. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
close. It's top six. So,
hmm
um, yeah, it's gonna be ACC is gonna be different. Probably the most different conference this season. But we both have Duke taking the ACC. I think NC State can make a push. They always are there. NC State is always there. They're always competitive.
hmm
Any other bold predictions? Because I feel like in the Big 12, you had so many bold predictions. This one, you're kind of very by the book,
It's
Megan.
calm here. It's calm here.
Yeah. Nothing crazy for the ACC?
Nah. You know, ACC is kind of like that though.
Yeah.
So they're
I
they're
feel
one of
like
those straightforward conferences.
I
So
feel like this is Brooke's favorite conference, so for her to miss the ACC is very disrespectful. But I think when we get into season, Brooke only talks about ACC teams, so this is
yeah,
more her wheelhouse. All right, guys, the SEC will be the last preview of the season right before season kicks off on November 3rd, and then it's woo, back to the grind. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be exciting. I feel like I don't know. What are your initial thoughts for this college basketball, Megan?
it's gonna be fun. It's always fun.
It's always fun. It's always really fun.
It's always fun.
It always goes fast too, though. Like I feel like we talk about it, boom, March Madness. I feel like that's
Yeah.
that's college basketball. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us again. Make sure to check out the Big Ten and Big 12 preview. And we'll be back next Thursday, I think it is, with the SEC preview. Make sure to like this video and comment your thoughts below. We'll see you guys then. Peace.
Peace.